Hey guys, Heidi here, and I'm excited to have Christal. Welcome. Thank you for being here, Christal.
Thank you. Thanks for
Okay, so
having me.
you're welcome. So I wanted to have you on because you're having a ton of success with having a lot of people with your online. So your
Yeah.
online paint parties. So go ahead first. Tell us your name and what your business is. Go ahead and we'll start with that, and then we'll get right into all the details.
Sure. So my name's Christal Anger, and I started Artistic Chris about 2 years ago, this past November. And it started as an in-person paint party, which was pretty successful until COVID hit. So then I kind of went with what was happening, and I decided to move it online. And I've done from March to now I've done just online, and it's exploded. So what I do is I just like to give people some peace in the moment. So I'm also a certified life and anxiety coach. So I decided to bring in kind of healing anxiety through art and just give people the confidence. Confidence kind of diminishes anxiety, right? Because anxiety is full of doubts. So with a combination of everything like that, that's what I bring to the table for my paint nights.
So you're teaching them to paint, but you're also talking about the anxiety part. Are you bringing that in?
It's more just boosting confidence. Usually during a paint party, I will bring in some sort of inspirational message. So whether it's, because you'll have a lot of people that are, oh, I didn't do my trees very good, or I didn't, they put in those doubtful comments. So I kind of feed off of what people are giving me that night, and then I just give them some sort of inspirational thing to kind of diminish that feeling. So that's how it's been going so far.
That is awesome. Okay, so tell people how many you're having at these paint parties and how are you able to get so many? Because you're having hundreds at the paint party, right?
Yes. So, okay. So I started in March, and my very first online paint party was free, and it was 12 people that attended. And then I did free for about 2 months just to get more of an audience. And then when I started introducing two free ones a month and two paid ones a month. And now I'm at, for my free ones, over 3,000 people viewing. And my paid ones, I've reached as high as 350. So I charge $10. I've made roughly $3,500 in 2 hours. So
Oh my
people are
God,
really
that makes
loving
me so happy. And so is
it.
it
Me
because
too.
you've yeah, I bet. And are you doing any Facebook ads for this?
You know what? When I first started out to gain traction, I did. But my organic reach has been really awesome lately. So I haven't really had to put out the money. I'm pretty happy with going from my very first paid one was 6 people to 350. That's a lot in a few months. So my Facebook page was 600 followers in March, and I'm almost at 17,000. So within less than a year. I know, and I don't even like I'm kind of in shock, honestly. Like I just kind of my husband looks at me like, what is going on?
Okay,
So
so
yeah.
from 600 to 17,000 Facebook followers, and basically you're doing two free paint parties a month and then two
Yeah.
paid. And the paid ones are
Except for
$10.
yes, I have been, except for this month I am blowing a whole bunch out there. So I have like 4 or 5 paid ones and then 4 or 5 free ones for the month of December, because December's a busy month, right, in business. So yeah.
How often are
But
you going
normally,
live?
how long do I go live?
No, how often are you doing your lives?
Oh, so one a week at least, and that would be 2 to 2.5 hour live. And
Mhm.
then if I throw in any extra, like just little bits and pieces here, then I go often live more. But the thing is, with homeschooling my kids right now because of COVID, I don't have a ton of time. So once they go back, I want to do even more, but you can only stretch yourself so far, right?
Yes, I'm so, so happy for you because I mean, a lot of people have like totally, embraced this like you and are seeing great results, and other people have kind of been like so scared to go forward. And it's insane how much like has happened in the online world just in a short period of time. I've been talking about this a lot lately because I heard on Shark Tank recently, Mr. Wonderful was talking about how basically, because of the pandemic, it's basically fast forwarded what the online space was going to do anyway in about 5 years. It's just made it happen now. So anybody
Right.
who's willing to embrace it is is having huge success, you know, if they're consistent. So what tips would you give, you know, the paint party headquarters sister right now watching that's like, I'm trying, but it's not working, like Christal is having? Like, what's different about you that's making it happen?
Well, I wrote down a few points if I can just read those, just because my memory is not awesome. So I like to write everything down. Okay, so my number one thing I always say is consistency. And there's consistency in different aspects of your business. So for me, like how many days you go live a week. So right now I am 1 to 2 days a week. Everybody on my page, as they enter and get to know me, they know it's usually a Thursday or Friday night, my paint nights, always at 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. So they kind of get to know, okay, this is when she's roughly going to schedule a paint night. I'm trying to see here. I always set up events the same exact way. So if it's free, they know that they just come to my page and they view me right on there. If it's paid, they have to go through a registration, and then in that private group, they get access to the video. So I try to keep it pretty much consistent. Also, like the way you do things behind the scenes. So like for me, say November, I did all December's paintings ahead of time, and then I posted them a month in advance. So now that it's December 2nd, I need to get my butt moving because I need to get all January ready and get those events up. The longer the people can see them, they share them, and then it just kind of gets bigger from there. So giving people like a week's time to me is not enough. I usually do like 3 weeks to a month in advance.
Are you, the ones they pay for, are those taught live or those are pre-recorded?
No, they're taught live, and then I keep the recording.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go live in the private group.
You mean just having like the image and stuff ready for the advertisement?
Yeah. So I have constant contact. So I do a landing page, which leads right through PayPal. So they can just pay, they get the link to the group, just like you taught. That's where I learned it from you. And then they just get right into the group. So then I have my welcome video, like you said. I have my supply list, the picture we're painting, and if there's any stencils for that painting. So I get it all prepped ahead of time.
I'm so proud.
As they enter, hey, it works. That's why I'm a part of your membership. So I'm like, that girl's got something going. Let's follow her. So.
Oh my gosh, Christal, I'm so proud of you, because a lot of people will watch the videos, but they won't take action, and you are taking action like crazy, and you're being consistent. So, okay, so what's your next notes? I'm loving this.
I have 2 more that I think are important. So I answer literally every question on my page. So I can get 100 questions a day. I don't have any help yet, so that's probably why I look like this. I'm like,
beautiful. Oh my gosh.
But
it is time for our help though.
Yeah, and I just don't know. I'm in the in-between point right now, so I think you have to work your butt off till you get to that next step. That's what I think anyways, and then you get the help. So I answer every question. For example, I had 350 people submit a snowman painting I did. I made sure to comment what I liked about every single one, because number one reason is Facebook likes conversation and engagement, so then more people see it. And number 2, it just makes those people feel good, and then they want to be with you and come back to you because you're lifting their spirits up, right? And they're thinking, wow, like 3,000 people painted and she's taking time to comment on mine, right? So that's definitely something that's very important. I like everything, comment on everything, and I think that gets me seen more. I hope anyways, I guess the reason. Yeah.
No, it does for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
gosh.
that's really my next main tip, is just also like I make about 80% of my posts, I put a question after it. So, and like I made this, painting, would you want to paint it, or whatever really, but just kind of an open-ended question, and then people will start to engage. The quicker somebody tags something, likes it, comments on it, Facebook allows people to see it more. So I always try to get right on that.
So true. Oh my gosh. So you've talked about consistency. You've talked about doing 2 free paint parties a month. And your customers know, like your followers, again, y'all, she has gone from 600 followers to 17,000 followers since March. Is that right?
My first one, it was actually April, my first live, my early April. Yeah.
So since April, so at the time of this interview, we're looking at April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 8 months. We're looking at 8 months. You have grown that much without paid, without doing Facebook, like trying to get likes that way. That's incredible.
I've only done a couple paid advertisements for when I first started, just to gain some traction and more followers. But now that I've gained that traction, I don't see the need yet. So maybe once I start my membership so more people can see it. I'm not sure yet, but
yeah, that's so cool, because I think a lot of times people think like, well, what if I do something for free? Are they going to pay me? And you had how many people pay you at this last one? You said it was what?
My one I did last night, I had 170 people. The one before that was 350, but it was a red truck. So I put down the fact that the red truck has always been very popular, even for my in-person parties. So I'm not going to compare it to that one and look like it's down, because that's always a given sale. So
yeah, that's amazing, because I mean, you're sitting at home with that $1,700 and you didn't do ads on that. And the reason she was able to do that, guys, is because she has been putting in the consistency. Again, I am never going to sit here and say this is easy and it just happens overnight. You know, this 8 months is pretty much overnight to me. That's incredible. But I think you having the consistency and not being scared to go, hey, I'm going to give 2 full paint parties away a month, you know, in hopes that you're going to pay me for 2 paint parties a month. You know, it's a lot of that, you know, in marketing, you learn that too. You know, there's that guy, Gary Vee, that talks about, you know, it's the jab, the right hook, whatever, I don't know what that book's called, but, you know, he talks about like you give, ask for a sale, give, ask for a sale. And so that's pretty much what you're doing, and it's working.
So I tell the people that I'm watching, oh, sorry, I had an echo.
Oh, it was me.
Oh, is it you?
Yeah, sorry.
I tell the people I'm watching, like right during the live, like, the reason why I do the free ones is because I don't want someone to pay me for something that they're not feeling or that they're not into. So I give my free parties. They feel how I paint. They see my personality. I'm not offended if you don't like me. I always say, sometimes I'll get like a negative Nancy and they'll say, we're going too slow or you're going too fast or something like that. And I say, you know what? There are so many online painters. Like, find one that suits you. I know that sounds bad, but no. I want you to like what you're getting from me. So this way, the people that pay me, they've probably done my free ones first. Do you know what I mean? So they know what. Don't think if you give away free stuff, you're not going to get paid. That's just what it's important to know.
Oh my gosh, it's so true. So many people are so scared of that. And I'm like, y'all, I teach you to go live every week, and I'm not going to stop going live. I'm doing exactly what I teach y'all to do. Because, you know, consistency and making sure you're showing up is what's going to get you these kind of results, and to be able to have a paint party of, you know, 170 people or 350 people because of that. So, oh my gosh, I just love what you're doing. I can see huge things, because again, that's where like you start this and now it can go into, you know, if you want to do a membership, and it looks like you're starting to get ready to go that route too. So what's your kind of goals for that?
I just want to have it open by the end of January. I haven't picked a date. I know I need to, because then that will make it happen.
Yes.
And then I would just be happy to, even if I just had 100 initial people out of whoever signs my pre-sign up, and then just go from there. I want to start just with a paint party a month, and I would like to do a challenge a month, and then just grow it from there. I don't have all the little places put in yet, but
that's amazing. Yeah. And for all of y'all that are like, you know, looking at this, like Christal, you know, she's doing this as painting every month. And then she's thinking, okay, how can I even help them more? And how can I, you know, almost like in Paint Pretty headquarters, you know, we have so much more I can give you because, you know, we're able to schedule it and make it happen, and, you know, just bring you along for this awesome you know, thing that we're learning every single month. And I think that's the same too. You start to get closer, you start to bond, and it just really makes it a really cool business. And so I'm super excited for you. And I know you have, you know, basically pivoted your butt off and made this happen. So what are any final thoughts you have for these women that are like, I want to do what Christal's doing?
Honestly, you got to combine drive with passion. So if you, why do you want this? That's the biggest thing. Why do you want this? Because you know what? It's not easy. And there's days when I've cried, and there's days when I've been frustrated either with people or with electronics. And I always look to my why, and then the other stuff doesn't matter. So I guess my thing is find a why that's strong enough to get you through the hard times in your business, and you'll succeed.
Yeah, very well said. Because yeah, if you're in it in the long haul, like me and Christal are, you have got to, because money is not, it cannot be the reason. Yes, money is great, and we all need money to pay our bills and all of that, but that's not going to be the reason in 3 years you wake up and still want to do this. Like, there has to be a stronger reason. Like, mine is sharing God's love through art, and it sounds like yours is helping people with stress and anxiety, you know, and you're able to do that. So it definitely has to be a really strong reason why. Is that a puppy?
Yeah, it's my dog, because my husband just got home, so he's sad. He's trapped in here with me.
Oh, I'm like, I want to see him.
You want to see him?
Yeah, Blue was going crazy earlier. I don't know if you noticed, I had to mute and then text my husband, like, get Blue.
Come here. Come here. Hold on 1 second.
You gotta see. We gotta have a show and tell.
Small like Blue, but
oh, that's a big dog. It's a what?
Yeah.
What kind is he?
Yeah, he's a beagle.
Oh, so cute.
A beagle. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I appreciate you so much. Again, guys, I just want to remind you, you know, Christal talked about consistency. She talked about giving stuff away, but also having paid. And she also talked about commenting on every Facebook post. So if somebody comments or shows off their artwork, she gives a detailed reason why she likes it. And again, the whole reason for that is not only to be kind, because we want to be kind and share, but also to have, you know, Facebook see that as that's valuable and show it again. So I just want to say a huge thank you. And again, Christal, can you tell them where they can find you so they can go follow you and check you out?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm on Facebook under Artistic Chris, or you can also find my free tutorials on YouTube under Artistic Chris as well.
Artistic Chris. Okay, awesome. And then guys, make sure if you're asking business questions, you don't ask them on her page, okay? Make sure you come back to Paint Party Headquarters, and that's where you can ask all things business. But if you want to check her out and see what she's doing, I'm sure she'd love a follow. All right, Christal, sure. It's been so much fun. Thanks so much for having us, and we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Let us know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway is. And if you like seeing these, if you do, we will keep doing them. All right. Bye, guys.